another thing I
looking for
also wanted to
critical
talk
mass.
about in terms of just like overall card game balance too is I feel like I think a lot of the casual, actually this is probably a random statement and it might be completely inaccurate, but I think a lot of the casual community probably fucking hates Cosmo as a card because there is no counter for that card.
A lot of people, yeah, a lot of people have that thought
I've
as
been
well.
saying forever, if they just made Cosmo an on reveal and the effect only applies for that turn, I'd be fine with it. Because now you actually have to make the call out.
I wish it'd be next turn.
Oh,
I think.
But still,
Like
it
you
still
play
hoses
Cosmo
the
and then
lane
it's
completely.
like, and you play Cosmo and then it's like on reveal, no on reveal effects happen in this lane. Next turn.
but if it's next turn, they just don't play
next turn for the
anything
rest of the
there.
game or just next turn.
No, but when it's not lane specific. It's like next turn, no on reveal effects take place.
Holy shit, Shade! What are you
That's
trying to?
wild.
What are you trying to do to us? Oh my god!
It's so broke.
But then it's just one turn and you have to choose specifically.
Put that on turn 5.
You're
Yes.
setting up a sick turn 6 and someone just like get fucked everywhere.
Oh my god, Shade! What have you done?
That's like leech.
Okay. Maybe it's not a leech.
It's fucking.
I said it's leech-esque. You want to play it on 5 and say you're not doing shit.
Okay, but like how many cards that are currently like super strong in the meta, like top tier meta decks, would get completely shut down by that and force a new meta completely?
Fuck.
Bro, every meme deck would get shut down by that.
Please no, Shade. Please. Do you want Valkyrie
No,
to not
it's
exist?
meme decks
Do you
have to
want
telegraph.
Valkyrie to
Oh,
die?
that's true. That's true. No.
Imagine playing
Okay,
Valkyrie
you're right.
Control and I just flip Cosmo
Wait.
on 5.
How about cut this whole thing? Don't
That's
let
what I
second
said.
dinner
I
hear
want it-
this.
I want it to be an on reveal that only stops the lane for like that sequence because you have to
Yeah,
have
but then you just
priority
play
and
somewhere
you have
else.
to make a call out.
But then
No,
you just
I
play
meant,
somewhere
like,
else.
You wouldn't know I was playing it because like we're gonna be flipping.
Oh,
at the
you
same
mean like
time,
on the same turn?
Yes, just for that instance. Like when it flips, no on reveals until next turn. So essentially, just for that one sequence, where like you now have to play Cosmo as a call out.
How do you guys
You
feel?
have to have priority.
How do you guys feel about a card existing like Isle of Silence? Like an ongoing card that says other ongoing
you.
cards like are shut down here. That's kind of crazy, is it not? Like it's ridiculous.
I don't know, I come from Yu-Gi-Oh, and
Coco's
I
just like
fucking hate-
crying Sarah shaped tears right now.
Not even the Sarah thing. Listen, are you guys familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh in any way, shape, or form?
not
Very
really, no.
early Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh is I've played a lot of it, and that game has the most oppressive floodgates, like floodgate cards, and like cards that just say you simply don't play the game that I've ever played in my life.
So what are you talking about?
There's-
Like, are you talking about like leech times 10, some shit like that?
No, worse than like I'm talking about like you actually can't play a card. Like I'm going to flip this, and like you're done. Like
Oh,
thanks for coming out.
like skip your turn or like game over.
Yeah, they have turn skippers. They have the game over in the sense that like if you're playing a deck with effects and I flip a skill drain, you just pay the cost once, and just for the rest of the game, as long as it's face up, there's no effects anymore. It just doesn't happen.
What the fuck?
There's cards that like just say you can only summon once per turn forever as long as this card's face up, but like I can choose when to turn it off. Like the shit like that. Like there's a lot of it in there, and
I'm never complaining about anything being broken in Marvel Snap ever again.
Bro, if you guys ever want to go over like some busted Yu-Gi-Oh card, I will show you some nonsense.
Second dinner, you're doing nothing wrong. Continue the way that you are
Do you
going.
know how many Yu-Gi-Oh decks, how many formats have had like first turn kills in Yu-Gi-Oh where like they'll kill you before you even get to play your first turn of the game? Like I'll go first and you lose.
That's
I'll pass my turn. You're like,
dumb,
cool, next
bro.
game.
What?
Lots of time. Yeah, it's insane. So that being said, for any kind of floodgate or like I hose a lane or I'm just gonna hose any part of a game that says you just can't interact any way here, I will never be a fan of. It is some of the worst shit. It dampens my, because what happens is a card like that comes up. We look at Cosmo, for example. It was around forever and it was niche. And then as metas start to develop, people found ways to break it. Where like now it's played in Shuri. It has nothing to do with stopping your opponent. It's just like, I can play this in a lane at any point in time, and I will always resolve a red skull here for 30 power that you can't touch.
Mm-hmm.
Right, stuff like that. And you'd see the same thing with the ongoing one, where at first people would be like, and they'd be like, oh, there's not much ongoing, there's not this. And then someone will I don't know, there'll be some ongoing effect that comes out that everybody wants to do, or I don't fucking know. And people will start playing it proactively. They're like, "Oh, I'm going to play this and I'm going to abuse this now in this lane where I'm going to do this here, so you can't do this back to me for the rest of the game. You're going to shut out answers." And which is why I don't like Cosmo. I play Cosmo in every single deck. I love the damn card, but I try and play him as a call out when I flip him. I don't really play him as a hose.
Coco's crying into his hands as he's playing his like inkified Cosmo onto the board every game.
Like, I don't want to do this.
Hold on though. If you watch me play, the majority of the times I try and set up a Cosmo to catch you. Very rarely am I just gonna play Cosmo here and hose this lane. No, most of the times when I'm playing that card, I'm trying to use it like a trap card.
I like that. I really like that, Coco. Like, that's the way I kind of want to play Cosmo. If you get me, because it feels good, right? It feels like you've actually, like, you know, out-thought your opponent.
You just win. If you play like that, you win so many games. No one's like, everyone hates Cosmo, and then they hate it even more when they're like, "I'm gonna do this sick honor reveal." I'm like, "Well, I have priority." No, you're not.
Yeah.
That's when it's backbreaking. And then now people have figured out it's backbreaking in decks like Shuri and decks that just want to stick a fatty. But like for me, the most oppressive use of Cosmo is just like catching someone out.
Yeah.
What are we laughing at? Is it because I said fatty?
Just like stick a fatty.
Yeah, like the fat minion. They got fat points. PH. They're fatties. I don't.
Anyways,
Listen, I'm overweight. I can say that. All right, leave me alone.